What up guys, Grumpy up here with another Raid Shadow Legends video here. We are doing a champion guide of Armina today, one of the new barbarian champs that just dropped recently. I was lucky enough to pull her in the last weekend, and we've kind of built her out. Cool looking champion. I like the little brandings that she's got on her chest there. Cool little weapon. Looks like it could definitely devastate some people. Anyways, we're going to take a look at her in general. First, we're going to look at the skills here. We got her A1, which is a 35% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn. Can be booked all the way up to 45%. Then we have her A2, attacks all enemies, so nice AoE. Decreased defense of 60% for 2 turns. And it has a steal 7.5 turn meter if they're already under decreased defense. So if she's going fast, you have her in relentless gear or something like that, there's a little bit of a perk to dropping it on someone again. Then her A3 is decreases the turn meters of all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn on enemies who have their turn meters fully depleted. So that's pretty cool. A nice little stun if you take them all the way down. So basically it's a 2-turn stun. The one turn being what you've stolen from turn meter. Alright, and then she has a nice passive here, Head of Steam. Fills this champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun debuff. Going back over here, I'm gonna go down here to Fire Knight. I'm guessing that's rated on Fire Knight 20. She's not a multi-hitter, but with her turn meter control, I think she would rate higher. But the affinity kind of makes it crap. So that's why I think she's got the 3.5 in Fire Knight Castle instead of a 4. As for her artifacts here, I went with a stun set because of her passive, getting all the benefit off of stuns, so might as well add. Plus she has some AoEs, which is always nice, so we get to throw that on there as well. Also focused on having a little bit higher accuracy, so we have our 208. So we'll go ahead and click on everything. We have accuracy. Wasn't worried too much about speed. I didn't want her to be any slouch, but I feel 160 just kind of to show her off is plenty of speed there. Got her crit rate up there, 85% right at 100. I didn't go all out for her damage like you could. She's going to sit there at looks like we have 108 plus bonuses, probably around 140-ish. There's yeah, as you can see here, in case you want to build this out, I'll just slowly go through all of them here. Feel free to pause if you need to see anything. I got the HP. Again, I wanted her longevity because she is my decreased defense champion. I got a little bit of speed there. I could roll these all the way up. I'm not going to for the video, just because I feel like she's fast enough as it is. And I want her to go slow so my damage dealers can do, or my debuff guys can go before her, just so we can see how hard she can hit. I know she's a debuffer as well. Crit damage a little bit there, and then accuracy big time on the banner. Alright, as for Masteries, we have yet to kit those out, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's go ahead. I had to cut out real quick, answer a phone call, whatnot. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and build her out the way we want to build her out. So I'm going to focus on accuracy. That's the way I want to build her out. Go ahead and get all scrolls here. So we got 10% accuracy there. Now we have the ability to go here. She doesn't do any shields, so that's just kind of worthless. I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to take this guy over here. Alright, so we have this right here. Turn meter. I don't know if I want to do that. Sometimes I gotta go look. Gotta look, I forget what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm liking that, I like that. Some chance to kill some people, accuracy on enemies. I want to get more out of my equipped sets there. I want to get Sniper, and I want to get Extend for her decreased defense. Yeah. That is good there. Then we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to build her out with just a standard kind of clan boss, big boss type thing, and just go straight down the side here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give her a little health there. And we'll go down the side. And boom, ending with War Master. And I like the Cycle of Violence. I'm going to go ahead and put that one up, along with, don't care about her speed because I don't want her to speed up. There we go. Alright, and that's how I'm putting her masteries up. Pretty simple, pretty easy, basic stuff. Some of this is personal preference type thing. I always go with, you know, the Lore of Steel. I like that little 15% boom. And let's go ahead and run her in damage against the dragon here. Let's do it. Alright, so we got her in the kind of the basic damage kit here. All the rigmarole, the decreased defense, weaken, all that fun stuff on single target. And then we got her in some modifiers there as well. So we'll go ahead and see how hard we can get her to hit against her opponents there. Turn it off auto real quick. Alright. Hopefully I got her speed right. Didn't take her too far. Let's go against the Horden over there. Boom, boom, boom. Get some crit damage up. Her crit damage is not high. She's not building her out that way. So go ahead and put that out there. Get some poison so everybody hits a little harder. Alright, so we got her A2. Go ahead and slow it down, and let's drop this bad boy down. Nice. So you see the decreased defense, put that stun down, so that's a solid one all around. This one over here is peculiar, so I'm guessing she puts that down first and then stuns them if they get it. That's not bad. But now everybody's ready to rock and roll. We can just go ahead and auto run it. It looks like she's hitting, you know, 40s, 50s. I'm guessing you could probably get her up to 80, 90 thousand per person if you just rock that crit damage, or if you really just pump it in crit damage through your Great Hall. Another way to get her up there as well. But it looks like she's a pretty solid champ. Boom, 24,000 on a single hit. Not bad at all. Go ahead and see if we can just get her to drop her A3 there. Or A2. Let's see here. Go ahead and hit that one real quick. She got most of her stuff up. Boom, there you go again. So her bases is just a little bit down there, ignoring defense a little bit. So not bad. I really like the way she hits, especially for a defense down. She's getting them laid down all there because her accuracy is high enough. She's got enough damage to really kind of push you through, help take out some of the enemies. And if you're really, really lacking on a defense down champion, she is excellent for that. So we'll go ahead and just skip over and let this one run out. You guys don't need to see that, but I'll take her over to Ice Golem just to show her in effect down there. Alright, so we're going to throw her in here. We're going to put another decreased defense champion in there so we can kind of work off of each other. Her tag team combo will definitely help out there. Just to get it going right, we can go ahead and click. So there's our decreased defense. We'll save it for one turn, and then we'll get her going right. Obviously, it's going to need a little bit more manualing to make sure it hits correctly. But you stack her with stun champions. I mean, this is going to just fills this turn every time the enemy receives a stun debuff. So it should just be procking her, procking her, procking her if you just level it on there. So we're going to go ahead and decrease all the turn meters. There we go. Pretty decent. Doesn't really seem to do much when it... So it's not a hit, so it's not going to proc any counterattacks or anything like that, which is really, really nice. And then we'll just go ahead and attack normally, and let's drop her A3 on there, or A2 or whatever, obviously. Just to see how awesome it hits, how well it hits. And I'm not paying attention, so there you go. Classic Jeff move. But yeah, I mean, she's hitting pretty well. She's definitely getting her stuns across. She's leveling them out with the decreased defense, which I don't really need right now. Works really well in tandem with someone if you want to keep them going. So now I want to try and stack it on the next one for you so we can get that going. So we're going to go ahead and put this one up there. Decrease defense across the board. Go ahead and do a standard attack there. See if we can't get some stuns out. Take some turn meter away. Here we go. Now we're going to lay our decreased defense down on top of theirs. Normally you'd wait till the next turn, but we're just going to see how it goes here. Let's see if we can't get some more stuns out there. Yeah, she got her turn meter boost, so there you go. Didn't really stack her stun all that much, but it's not the highest percentage. Alright. Steal 7.5. Excuse me. She's stealing turn buff. Turn meter. I call it turn buff. I think I got hit in the head today. Yep. Feels like a grumpy Jeff get hit in the head day. Anyways, there you go. So you put her in tandem with another person who can decrease defense, and you offset what they're doing. she can help modify when they put decreased defense down, and then you're going to keep it up longer, especially if you're struggling to get through certain levels. She can just rock on that. And she's going to be a superhero when it comes to Ice Golem 20 because she's the right affinity, she's got turn meter control, and she's defense down. So you can really go in there and just lay some hurt down. When she decreases that turn meter, it's just going to be sweet. On top of that, you get to pair her with champions that don't naturally hit that hard. Look, Brock Revive there. So you're not going to be, hopefully, putting yourself in any really dangerous situations where you're going to get that double hit from, Frigid Vengeance and then just the cut and just wipe your team out. I know that was a big issue for me when I first started farming Ice Golem 20, is I would just get the point there and I'd try and do so much damage that I ended up just getting my butt kicked time and time again because the Ice Golem would 1-2 punch, and then all of a sudden most of my team or my entire team gets wiped in, what is it, 10 seconds for him to do both moves? So that's kind of the benefit we got here, and you pair him with a block revive like I've got going here, and man, they're never coming back. We're done. He will never be able to get through our defense. So it may not be the fastest run. Obviously, I was farting around on manual there, so it's definitely slower than it could be. But it's a solid freaking win. Like, she's just trucking through this. No problem whatsoever. Boom, boom, boom. The stun thing's not going to help her out right now because obviously you can't stun the boss. If you're stunning the ads, you could get a little benefit from that. But I'm just going to let this one run out. Fill the void with a little bit of mindless jibber-jabber. And I'd say she's definitely up there of the new champions that came out. I mean, Ugo seems to be the crowd favorite. Everyone's really enjoying Ugo and all she can do. And, the Ogren tribes really, really needed that help. They really were running some deficits on what they could do. But she helps Barbarians out with that decreased defense, which has been a big deal. Faction Crypt, she's going to be pretty great. She's going to have more staying power, I believe, than... who am I thinking? Warmaiden. So that's their other decreased defender. I think she could pair well with... She's in the Crypts. There's all kinds of Barbarians. Outlander actually would go well with her. They're both turn meter control. So you could really, really slow them down. Sickle Drake's obviously just up there, top tier for Barbarians. And then there's a couple others. Let's take a look here real quick. We'll just jump over. No need to... screw anything up, and we'll look at the Barbarians to see you got with Faction Crypts. You got her, you pair with obviously any of your top tier. This is who I was thinking of. Cantra the Cyclone would be really, really good with her. So, I mean, you've got a lot of options. She actually would not be that bad to put with Artur, just because he has that counterattack ability, so all of a sudden you're just doing boom, boom, boom. You could also put him with your High Katoon that you've already pulled. Just get the speed up with her slowing them down, which is really, really nice. So you got a lot of sweet options you can throw out there. You got some heavy hitters. I know Jotun hits a lot harder than he used to since his buff. So there's a lot you can do with her inside Faction Crypts and outside Faction Crypts. Obviously, defense down is important everywhere in the game. She's going to rock Doom Tower. She's going to be able to rock all the dungeons. And we're going to throw into Arena right now, and we're going to rock some Arena with her as well. Alright, here we are in the arena, guys. We're going to go ahead and use her as her standard defense down. She's going to work really, really well with Trunda, who does a lot of stuns as well. And this Trunda also happens to be in a stun gear set, so it should play off each other really nice if I need it to last that long. The defense down with the chance to stun is just awesome, especially in the arena, because you can really lock down a champion and leave him just super vulnerable to attack. So hopefully that's what we're going to work here, and we're just going to kind of run it through here. Alright, so we go first. Go ahead and drop this, see how hard it hits. Alright, so decent hits. I mean, obviously, like I said, not built out for it, but she's got them all defense down. You got a stun out there as well. Now I can level some more stuns, some burns. We can just roll this through. And she's just taking the turn meter away. She's taking everything away. She's multi-purpose control champ slash defense down. So, I mean, she's obviously not a huge control champ. That's not the big part of her kit. But it's good enough to kind of just put her out there and let her just dominate a little bit here. Woo! A lot closer around than I thought it would be. There we go. There's that stun that'll help her out. There's that turn meter control. Fits in nicely with all my other champions there. Oh, that ain't gonna do anything for you. Well done. And it looks like we're probably gonna win this one here. Yep. Woo! Maybe not. Barely at the end. But anyways, you can see she has some utility. She definitely can be helpful with her defense down. We'll go ahead and just throw her in another one real quick and just show it off. And then we'll kind of give her a rating while this one goes. And I'd say I really give her like a 4.2 across the board. I think she has utility and everything because of the turn control. And where she doesn't have turn control, especially when dungeons are in play, would be, you know, against the dragon, which she's got a decent affinity for, you know, same affinity, and she has the decreased defense, so she has utility there. Turn control against the mobs, obviously something to use there. Other dungeons I wouldn't really use her in. Obviously Fire Knight because of the affinity at stage 20, but if you're still working your way up the Fire Knight chain, then she's definitely going to have utility there with turn control meters, always helpful. Put her on a team with counterattacks and you can get a little extra out of her. But yeah, I'd say overall she's an excellent champion. I wouldn't say she's the best of what's out there. I have a couple others that we're about to build some champion guys over in the next couple of days. And anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have Armina, you have any questions, leave a comment below or join us on Discord. The invite's in the description. Hit a thumbs up if you like what I have to say. Hit a subscribe if you want to see more, and a bell if you want to know when that more comes out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and you have yourself a wonderful day.